coming up on the Life is the Future podcast.
I look back and I'm like, I had the best friends. I had such a great 4 years with them, and like every single hangout, like I would give everything to just like go back and do it again. So I would just say do as much as you can, like
hang out
make
with your
friends, join everything, like I don't know, because it actually does fly by.
Hey, this is Scott Todnum, and you're listening to the Life is the Future podcast, a podcast for health education, middle school, and life in general. It's a throwback episode. This is a chance for our current hosts to interview previous hosts who were in their shoes just 4 short years ago. Enjoy this extended episode, an interview with our graduating seniors and Season 2 hosts, Lauren and Rhys, as interviewed by our current Season 6 hosts, Ayla and Alexis. Check it out.
Welcome to our throwback episode of Life is the Future podcast. We have graduating seniors here. My name is Ayla.
Alexis.
My name's Rhys.
I'm Lauren.
And these two are our seniors.
What high school did you guys go to?
We go to Niqua.
Niqua? Okay, so we're going to Niqua as well.
You guys will love it? Yeah.
Yeah, it's such a good school.
It is.
Do you guys, because our high school has a freshman center, so do you guys think you like the freshman center, or do you wish it was not like that?
I only had it for second semester, freshman year, because we were all online the whole first semester.
Oh, yeah.
So we, came back to it. It's nice. My sister is in the freshman center now. She just finished her freshman year, and, she likes it, but she says it's it's second middle school. And that's how, I thought it was. It kind of just feels like you're not really in, high school because you're so isolated from the rest of, the upperclassmen. And so, I don't know, that's how I kind of thought about it, too. But once you get, to your sophomore year, I feel like that's when you really get into, the experience of, actually feeling like you're at Niqua Valley. Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely feel that it's another, middle school, because I went to go shadow over at Niqua, and it was just it's really quiet.
Yeah.
Nothing's really happening. The lunchroom's still small, so it did feel like another 8th grade.
Yeah. I'm also a senior advisor, so I lead the freshmen every Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, which you guys will have that. Have you heard anything about that? So I did that, and that was super fun, but I was in the freshman center nearly every day, and so yeah, they're kind of, I don't know, they're quiet, but they mature throughout the year. You guys will too.
Right, yeah. I went to Abanzi freshman year, so I wasn't even in, I wasn't going to be in it regardless, but every time I've been over there, I felt like I kind of can see where it'd be a second middle school, just because it's so much smaller than the main campus, and it's you're staying with basically all the people that you were kind of with before. So, yeah, but it's still a nice campus.
Yeah, well, since you had that experience of Wabanzi, did you think it was nice having all, the other grades in your school?
Yeah, when I was at Wabanzi, it was, during COVID, so, I didn't go back into the building until, kind of the end of the year, which, was kind of weird, but I thought it was nice having, everyone in the same area, too, because it's, you have a longer time to kind of, get to know those upperclassmen, I feel like. And, it kind of prepares you more to be in a crowded area. Yeah. Because then, you go from freshman building to main campus at Niqua, and it's, insane because of how many people are just in the hallways. So, but I still think freshman campus is it's a nice campus, and, you don't have to worry about being stressed out and being rushed all the time. So
yeah.
Do you think that switch from computers to real school was harder since you were going into high school and it wasn't middle school or elementary school?
It was funny for me.
Funny?
No, because you got to see all these random faces when they took their mask off, and I'm like, oh my god.
Yeah, you look nothing.
You look nothing you did.
Yeah.
Because everyone teachers turn your cameras on, and nobody would turn their cameras on, so you didn't know what these people looked like until you came in school. And you're take your mask off, and then you're I did not think you looked like that.
Or they turned on their camera, but they would make it so all of it was black. You know that where you like face the window side so the light comes in and you can't see yourself.
Yeah, I remember that. I feel like going back to school was kind of difficult because like at least for high school, like I had cross country freshman year where I like met friends, but once I was done with that, like you're just like sitting at home every day. You're not really like, I had friends from middle school, but they all went to Waubonsie, and then I've had like my best friend since kindergarten, so I knew her, but like I just didn't have like friends semester 1 of freshman year because you were all alone. You did the same thing every single day. But then once I got to second semester, like that's where I met my friend group that I still have like today. But I don't know, it's just that change is really hard because you enter like a building like second semester and you don't have friends. At least that's how it was for me. So like, I don't know, it was like you were starting back like in the fall. I don't know. It was hard.
What elementary schools did you guys go to?
I went to Peterson.
I lived in Georgia.
I lived in Florida, so I lived in Florida for until 4th grade. So I went to Welch, but it was only really for a year because of COVID. Yeah. So half of my life is in Florida.
Yeah.
What sports do you guys play?
I don't do any anymore. I quit after freshman year. I did track and cross country, and then I did choir for 3 years.
Yeah.
I've been doing track for my whole entire experience at Niqua. I don't do cross country though. I can't do that. I don't like the long distance. But yeah, I've been doing track. I do track at Niqua, and then during the summer, club track. So
club track. What club?
Aurora Flyers.
Oh, do you do it now, or because you're graduating you can't?
Well, I kind of have been I've kind of had this idea that I wanted to do club track in college. Mm-hmm. I just didn't think I could I just didn't know how I was going to be able to balance being completely committed to a sport in college. So I think I'm going to go do club track, and then if I really like it, because I'll still be practicing with the team, I'll move up if I really want to. But I just don't I just didn't know how I wanted to do track. So yeah, but I'm still going to be doing it over the summer.
Club track for the Flyers?
Yep.
Oh, then you'll see me.
Oh, really?
Yeah. What events do you do?
Well, I've been doing the heptathlon for the past 2 years. Yeah. Fun. What about you?
400 runner. But that's a mid-distance, not a long distance. Because I'm really not a sprinter like that. Obviously I like sprinting, but I think towards this age and going up, you have to really figure out what's your event to do.
Well, 400's kind of become a sprinting race.
Well, it is a sprinting race. People say, oh, it's a long distance. It's a sprint. You go out there and you run the 400. It's a sprint.
Do you think making your decision on what you're going to do after high school was harder than you thought it was going to be?
For me, it was harder because I was dead set on going to South Carolina, and then I got into I toured it in junior year, and then I got in December in early action, and then I went and toured it again in February, and I realized then I kind of had a crisis. I was I don't want to go to school here. I don't like it. It's not good for my major. It's not the school I want to be at. And then I was dead set on going to Michigan State after that, and then the whole time I was I'm not going to the University of Illinois. I'm not doing it. I don't want to stay in state. My parents went there. That's the basic choice. And then I went to Illinois, and I loved it. And so I don't know. It was just harder to kind of get my life together and figure out where I wanted to be. Mm-hmm. But now I feel so content in my choice. But I always knew what major I wanted to do, so that wasn't difficult.
So then, what colleges are you guys attending?
I'm going to Illinois.
You're going to Illinois?
Yeah, I'm going to the University of Missouri.
University of Missouri.
And then,
so you're going down to Missouri and then also going to try to do...
Yep.
Oh.
Yep. That's why it was
yeah.
That level of track, it was just no. But,
yeah.
Yeah. I kind of had the same experience, honestly, picking my school, because all throughout, and anyone who went here could tell you this, all throughout middle school, I was Georgia.
Georgia.
I was I'm going to Georgia, I don't care. And then I got waitlisted at Georgia, and I'm still on the wait list, which technically I guess I'm in and stuff, but still I don't know, I just had this complete change of heart too. And Mizzou, I literally did not think I was going to go to Mizzou. I was I'm only applying because I'm going to get good money or stuff. And then all of a sudden, I went and visited Mizzou, and I loved it. So honestly, you'll probably go to the school you least expect.
Yeah,
because I swear I was like, I'm not going to any school in the Midwest. Like, I'm only going south. I thought I was going to Tennessee, South Carolina. I thought I was going to any of those, and I ended up like super Midwest. No.
Yeah, like you could
go.
Okay. Like, yeah, anyone here could tell you, I want to go to Florida, not Florida State. I want to go to Florida, but what it sounded like, my decision probably will switch if I don't end up liking the school, because, I mean, I don't know really why I want to go, probably because I lived there, my parents went there. Yeah. It's a good school, but my decision could very much change.
Yeah, I would just, like, my best advice is, like, if you tour a school, like, let's say you tour, like, sophomore and junior year, like, go back after you get into the school, because that's when you really, like, have to go, okay, can I picture myself here? Because if you can't, like, I felt such, and, like, it was, like, I don't know, I felt such a level of anxiety at South Carolina. Like, I remember sitting outside the Starbucks on campus and just, like, breaking down crying, and I was like, I feel so anxious here, like, and that's how you, like, know, like, no, this could not be my home. Like, you really have to, like, picture yourself there.
So going with, like, open-minded.
Yeah,
like,
oh my God, you need to go in open-minded because it will.
As many schools as you can. Like, honestly, visit as many as you can.
And try not to get your heart set on a school because, like, it will break you if you do not get into that school. And then you have to, like, put your effort to, like, put your allegiances elsewhere when, like, you've had your heart set on that school. And so many people do it. It's way harder, or it's easier said than done. But, like, I don't know, that's my biggest advice.
How many schools did you guys go tour?
I toured a lot. Like,
same.
I'm being realistic here. I probably visited every school, like, in the South. Like, I was in... So
did you visit University of Florida?
No, I did do FSU, and I actually liked FSU better than Florida. Like, I thought I was going to go to FSU, too. I went to North Carolina, NC State, like, which I actually didn't really like UNC that much, and it was, like, I don't know why, but I thought I was going to love that one, too. I went to Kentucky schools, Tennessee schools, like, genuinely so many schools, and which honestly made it easier, too, like, kind of picking my school, because it's, like, I've seen all of them, and I don't have to keep, like, wondering, like, what's going to be the one, or if I'm missing out on another.
Yeah. Did you guys go with planning to play a sport or planning to do anything at the college other than your major, or?
No, I just knew I wanted somewhere where I could, one, study abroad, because I don't know, that's always been something I wanted to do. And then I wanted to be able to, like, do an internship in DC, and Illinois has a program that offers that, like, in my major. So I knew I wanted to do those two things, but, like, I'm not going to play sport at college.
Yeah.
I didn't think I was going to play a sport in college. A lot of my schools, I was just, like, it was actually more for major, I feel like, than I wasn't focused on a sport, honestly.
What are you guys' majors?
I'm double majoring in communications and political science, or hoping to double major in that. Political science, definitely. And then I'm thinking about law school, because I want to, like, work in the government when I'm older.
I'm double majoring in biology and psychological sciences, hoping to go pre-med. So.
Oh, that's cool. Do you think it was hard to write your, what do you call it, that, like, college essay to, like, get into colleges and stuff?
No, because the good thing is, well, for me it wasn't, because the good thing is, like, you have, like, your teachers actually give you a set amount of time to, like, write yours. And if you, I mean, like, a lot of people I know did it during the summer, and then, like, if you use that time that your teachers give you in the beginning of the year, like, you can have them check it and go over and stuff. It was kind of hard, like, narrowing down the topics, because
that's the hardest part, I think, yeah.
Like, you want something that's going to make you stand out, but then you also don't want to, like, be, like, doing too much and, like, reaching for, like, a crazy story. When you don't need one, you just need to be able to, like, present yourself well. So
yeah, they give you a ton of time, and I don't think time is, like, if you just start it at a decent, like, even if you start at the beginning of the year, like, you will be fine. I just, like, narrowing the topic down, especially if, like, something significant has not happened in your life, like, if your mom hasn't died, or, like, something like that, like, it's so hard, because you want something to be about yourself, you want it to be impactful and unique, but, like, writing about a sport, or, like, you breaking your leg. Like, that's not unique to anyone. And so it's just, I don't know, that was hard for me. It took me a long time, and I went back and forth on so many different topics. But, yeah.
Was that the same for you? Something?
Not really. I kind of left mine a little last minute. And I kind of knew what I wanted to talk about before. Because I knew I didn't really have anything, like, super significant going on in my life where I could, like, write a whole, like, sob story about or something. So I kind of had to, like, it was a little harder trying to word it to where it would be interesting. But I didn't struggle that much with my essay.
That's good.
And honestly, I don't know what it's going to be like when you guys are going to college, but, like, I didn't feel that stressed about my essay.
No.
Like,
I feel like if you're not going to, like, top schools, like, people really hype up, like, how difficult the college application process is. And at least for me, like writing supplementals was difficult, but, like, I don't think it's, like, overly this, like, huge challenging thing. Like, Common App does a really good job of, like, keeping it simple. Yeah.
So, do you guys know any friends that are going to any Ivy League schools? Or do you guys know anyone who is?
I know people.
yeah.
But, there's, I'm not friends with them, but there's, like, people from our school that are going to Ivy Leagues.
A good bit, or probably a few?
Not a lot. Like, like 4.
Oh.
4?
Do you know which Ivy Leagues, or?
Yeah, I know this one girl. I don't know if she's going to Harvard or Yale. I know one person going to Cornell.
Yeah, someone's going to Columbia.
Someone's going to Columbia.
Salil's going to
Columbia. And I think that's it.
Yeah, I don't know. Are we considering the new Ivies? Or?
What are the new Ivies?
The U of I's a new Ivy.
Isn't it?
I thought that was that was like a public Ivy.
They, like, created, like, a, like, kind of, like, developing Ivy list or something. Like, they're,
I'm going to an Ivy.
They actually added a lot of schools.
I saw that, like, Michigan, UW, Madison.
Yeah.
Okay,
Crazy
yes, I do know about that. I just didn't know that was, like, they're creating a new one.
Wait, so are you guys, like, sad that you're never going to be able to step foot, well, you're going to obviously step foot in a school again, but not be in, like, a classroom setting again with all your friends and stuff? Because you're not going to be able to see random people every day?
Well,
or kind of
awkwardly
happy?
enough, half of Neuqua Valley's going to Mizzou, so I'm not even worried about
The other half's going to Illinois or Iowa,
Oh,
so
so you're
I
gonna be
will
like,
see them.
I'll see them.
Didn't
Yes.
you go to, like,
Yeah.
Neuqua?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I feel like
yeah.
Mizzou's not as bad as Iowa.
Mizzou's definitely not as
Yeah,
bad.
and
Or
there's a ton of people
low-key
going
U of
to.
I kind of went up, too. Like,
Yeah,
I feel like
all of a
towards
sudden
the end of the
everyone's going,
year,
yeah.
everyone, like...
But, like, I'm not friends with them.
Yeah.
Only one girl in my friend group's going to Illinois, and I don't even know how much we'll see each other.
Yeah.
Like,
Because it's
but
big
yeah,
campuses.
it's, I don't know, it's sad. I'm
kinda
more sad of,
ready.
like, leaving not, like, leaving my friend group, but not being in the same place as my friend group. I'm not really sad about, like, the other people that I'm in classes
Yeah.
with. Like, no.
I don't know. I just, like... I've kind of, like... You kind of come to this, like, realization, you're like... Like, I gotta... like, everyone's growing up. Everyone's kind of going
Yeah.
through the same thing. So it's, like... And you know it had to happen eventually. And, I mean, you'll still have the summer with a lot of these people, too, because you have, like, graduation, like, parties and stuff. So, like, you still have the summer with a lot of those people. But it is kind of, like... You think about, like, yeah, I'm never going to be in, like, that kind of classroom setting. Because, like, now when you're going to college, it's, like, bigger classes,
Yeah.
bigger rooms.
Yeah.
Like,
Do you ever get, like, not, like, scared, but, like, guess disappointed that your friendship might not be the same because you're connected by the school? I feel like with some friendships, and I feel like once you leave school, you might not be connected with those same friends anymore. Do you think you'll lose those friendships, or do you think you have strong enough friendships?
it's kind of, like... It kind of happened in 8th grade, too. Like,
Yeah.
There's a lot of people from Scullin I just don't talk to anymore. And it's not as scary and, like, sad as you would think it is, because you do find, like, a whole other support system, and honestly, like, you grow into, like, those people more than, like, your past friendships, I feel like.
Yeah.
And especially with going into college, like, you're going to a school with, like, at least for me, 30,000 people. So, like, I know I'm going to find new people to connect with. And then all you can do is hope that when you and your friends get back that you guys are the same, like you guys are able to come back and be, I don't know, have the same kind of friendship.
I also feel like you just need to, like in middle school, obviously I was sad about leaving those people, but I mean, they weren't my friends for life. Like I knew that. Like I feel like I was always meant to find like my friend group, and like I do think we'll stay in touch. I don't know. I can hope that we will still be a friend group, but I don't know, like, you kind of come to the realization that, like, if you're not putting in effort and they're not putting in effort, like, obviously the relationship's not going to stay. Like, you just have to accept that. And so I feel like the people that are meant to stay in your life will stay in your life, and the others, like, will just
That's a good way of putting it.
And, like, you'll meet your people in college. Like, I'm, like Rhys said, like, I'm going to a huge school. I will, and I'm planning on rushing. Like, I will find my friends. I know that. And so from, like, my best friends that I've met in high school, I mean, I hope to stay in touch, but, yeah.
What was prom like?
Awful.
So they hype it up too much for...
Oh, okay, mine was bad.
It just kind of is... I don't know. It's like the build up to prom is a lot better than the action. I feel like it's like you get excited to like put your dress on and stuff and like
Isn't it like super expensive too? The
tickets are $100 for
Are they really?
some pasta and some Texas toast. Yeah, it's not good.
Hey, but if you find a date, get them to pay for it.
My date paid for mine. Yeah.
I'm still with your dates. That's kind of a personal question.
My date asked me out last night, and I had to say no. It was really bad. Like, my friend group was talking about... I hope he's not watching. I don't think he is.
I don't think he is. I don't think
my friend group and... No? Okay, I'm done. Yeah. But no, I don't know. Like, I know my date. I'm not really, like, friends with them.
Yeah, mine was just friends. But we're in the same friend group, so we see each other all the time, and yeah.
So prom wasn't that good.
It was good.
I feel like it's overhyped. I don't know. I mean, it was like fun hanging out with my friends after, and like.
What about homecoming?
Oh my god, I loved junior year homecoming. Like, when the music is good, homecoming is so fun.
So
I won't lie, the prom music I feel like was better than I expected.
Oh really?
I feel like because normally it's like, I don't know, it's just like music that we haven't heard in like 20 years. No, 20 years.
20 years? You're making yourself sound old.
Like, but music you haven't heard since you were like little, and then, but this year it was kind of like, it was different.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was just, I don't know. I feel like it's just like the build up to prom, and then like after prom is a lot better than like
the actual prom.
It's just like taking photos with your friends, and it's like, at least for me, there were like 30 people in my group, and so just like, it's a lot. It takes a lot of social energy.
I feel like I've seen you take pictures, or someone that, I don't know, I just feel like I've seen you before.
Probably. I had a huge group. Like,
yeah, I saw a big group
in that group.
St. James Farm.
Yep.
Were you there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, Cantini, not the move.
I went.
Yeah. I mean,
what's that?
It's pretty. It's just
right
like
by St. James.
So many people.
So many people.
Like,
yeah, no.
Like, we were gonna go at first, and then we were like, holy cow! Like, we kept asking people.
Isn't there like some pond or something there?
I don't even know.
I mean, there's like a pond, like a big, like, it looks like a pool in front of like the big house that's at Cantini. I don't know if that's what you're talking about, but yeah.
Yeah, there's just a lot of people.
Do you guys remember any memories like from Scullin since you guys
Do you wish you
came
could go back?
So many. I remember like my choir people so much, especially 6th grade and 8th grade choir. I had like, I mean, because you know like the same people throughout like your 3 years in choir, so that was really fun. And we were in the same 8th grade classes, and our class was not well behaved, but
that's my class right now.
Do you remember Rhys?
Who were your teachers?
For this year, Al taught Mr. Sandine and Mr. Peach.
Do you guys know Mr. Peach?
Yeah.
He's retiring
this year.
I know.
I heard a lot of people retiring this year.
Yeah.
Oh no,
Mr. Opals.
Mr. Opals. He's I know.
I'm genuinely sad about
I'm sad about that one. We took our track picture with him because he wanted it with our relay team.
Yeah.
And he's leaving this year. There's some people that I cannot disclose that are leaving this year apparently.
Oh yeah, they're like, oh, we wanted a secret.
They're like, we wanted it to be a secret.
But then they tell like the whole, like another teacher tells like the whole class, and they're like, oh, sorry guys, I wasn't supposed to say that.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, oh.
Yeah, okay. Mr. Opals always called me and my 2 friends the 3 Musketeers. Yeah.
Yeah, no, basketball with Miss Robles.
Our class is not well behaved. We had a sub yesterday. One of the kids freaking body slammed himself into the freaking like dividing door.
Yeah, our 8th grade science class was not good, and we all sat at the same table in the back of the room. There were like 7 of us, and we were
really enjoyed that
awful.
class.
But it was such a fun class. So I remember that, like, and like people would like, the people in that group would like post. Like, they would send me, like, TikToks and be like, remember, like, our 8th grade science class, like, those little videos. Yeah.
Is there anything that, like, you wish you would have done in middle school or, like, the beginning of high school, middle high school? Like, anything that you regret not doing? Any opportunities that you didn't take that you wish you kind of did?
I don't really know. I
No.
feel like I'm
I
at a
don't think
place
so.
right now where I'm, like, I'm happy with my life. And
No, I'm
like,
very content with,
everything. Like, there's probably stuff that, like, in the moment I was like, oh my god, I wish I didn't do that. But like, right now, like, I'm gonna tell you now, like, stuff that you did freshman, sophomore year is not going to affect you right now. Like, I don't even remember half the stuff like that I did that I might have regretted in the moment. Like, it really does not affect you for as long as you would think it does. And like, I don't really regret not doing anything. I don't regret doing anything. Like, I feel like it was good.
Oh my god, did you guys get your letters from Mr. Tonham?
Oh, you did?
He said he sent them.
Yeah, mine, I haven't, like, gotten mine yet, but it's coming, I think.
Yeah.
Are you guys excited?
Do you guys even remember what you wrote?
I do remember, and mine is bad because I talked about one specific small problem in my life the entirety of the letter, and now it's not even a problem in my life. It was a problem for like 6 months, and I don't know why I spent my entire letter writing about it because
I have no idea what I wrote about.
It's so stupid. But
I know we're writing them right now. Something I did put, like, if I am continuing, like, track, my times now to see compared to if I do continue it in senior year, what they would be.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's good.
Oh, what is one advice or, like, an advice you would give us for high school? Is there anything that you would say?
I would just say do as much as you can, and especially, I mean, senior year is 4 years away, but, like, do everything senior year because, like, you guys asked about, like, regrets. Like, I don't look back on my high school and be like, I didn't do enough or I did too, like, no. I look back and I'm like, I had the best friends. I had such a great 4 years with them, and, like, every single hangout, like, I would give everything to just, like, go back and do it again. So I would just say do as much as you can, like,
hang out
make
with your
friends, join everything, like, I don't know, because it actually does fly by. Like, I remember sitting there people telling me that, and I'm like, no, it doesn't. Like, it does. And it's very sad.
I feel like 8th grade just flew by.
Yeah.
Did you like your 8th grade year?
I liked it,
I feel
yeah.
like
I feel like it was so
flew
fun.
by, yeah.
Yeah, I feel like it flew,
7th grade, I was, like, constantly worrying, and I was like, wait, like,
Yeah.
like,
No,
not that
it
it
was my
doesn't
favorite.
matter, but
Eighth grade was
I made it
so
way
fun.
too big of a deal. And 8th grade, I just kind of relaxed a little bit more and just kind of enjoyed my moment in middle school, the last of it, and it was so fun.
Yeah.
Was, like, going to parties in 8th grade a thing when you guys were in 8th grade?
A little bit, not as
Yeah,
much. It was
but-
like one person would have like one just big birthday party, but it wasn't
Yes,
wasn't like a
Like a
whole party every
party.
single week. Like
Yeah.
it wasn't anything like that.
I also didn't have, like, a friend group in
That's the thing.
middle
I was
school.
kind of a straggler. I was
Yeah.
like,
I was just, like, friends with a lot of different
Yeah.
people, and, like, that's good and bad, but
Do you think you, like, recommend going to high school parties?
I would,
Yeah.
I think like it's helped me make a lot of like friends, and you see people like
Their true
people are
sides.
different in school and then outside of school, and I feel like
Yeah.
there's a lot more personality outside of school, and like a lot of my friends that I have now, like I met them in school, but then like we would get closer like at those things, so I feel
yeah, like, you're not getting as close as you can with people if you're not hanging out outside of school, and, like, whether you're, like, whatever you're choosing to do, like, I don't know. I just think hanging out outside of school, whether that be at, like, a party or, I don't know, just go to the social functions. Also because, like, you're going to be doing the same thing in college. So, I mean, you need to, like, not prepare yourself, but you need to, like, have, like, a social life in high school and not just, like, stay in and do homework, because that's not what high school is about. Like, I feel like my favorite experiences have been like my hangouts and the birthday parties that I've gone to like with my friend group.
So then what classes do you guys take in high school then? Because I know we have some kids here who literally is taking all AP classes.
Don't do that.
In all honesty. And I've been told like not to, which is like I'm wanting to have a social life. I want to play sports and I want to do other things than just homework and school.
Do you get a lot of sorry, I like cut you off. But do you get a lot of homework in high school?
Senior year.
Like every day
no,
do you get homework?
Senior year.
But I will say I think sophomore and junior year were my most heavy hitters because it was like you're trying to get all your required classes in.
Stuff in here.
I am going to tell you, I recommend taking government over the summer.
Yes, 100%.
Honestly, consumer ec over the summer if you want to. Or you can take it, actually, consumer ec you can take in school.
I feel like U.S. history.
Yeah.
If you're not taking A-Push, which I took AP Euro, so I took U.S. history over the summer, and that was like the best. But I took like 1 or 2 APs a year, and I feel like that was good. Yeah. Also, like if you have fit advanced health into your schedule, that's my favorite class I've ever taken in my life. Like all classes combined, like advanced health is my favorite, and like there's 2 teachers for it, and either teacher you get is so incredible. Good. Like the most genuinely a life-changing class for me. And I don't think I can say that about any other class, but any single person who took that class is like, it opens your mind to so much. And like, there's like days where we had a day where like everyone told their like life stories and like things that have gone wrong, and like we're all just like so comfortable, but we're like bawling our eyes out in front of each other, and it's like, I don't know, it's such a safe place and such a good class.
Yeah. Thank you for watching their experiences in high school. We'll see you next time if we do film another episode.
Yeah.
Okay.
Have a good freshman
Bye.
year. Bye. Okay, we also have to do
I had to cut that one
Rhys
short.
goes, I gotta go.
Okay, thanks to Lauren and Rhys for joining us back in middle school again to be interviewed by our graduating 8th graders. Ayla and Alexis move on to high school in just a few short months as Lauren and Rhys move on to college. What a cool concept, right? We're very fortunate that they're still here in the area for us to be able to pick their brains and listen to insight on life after middle school. If you've been following what we do for a while, I think you'll agree this is really neat. We essentially see the kids grow up, now young adults, giving us some information on what it was like to start high school, on working through those COVID months and COVID years, on developing friendships that might last past high school and into adulthood, on life balance with academics or extracurriculars and sports, and of course the entire time just managing life as we know it. If you haven't yet, make sure you check out our other Throwback episode where the other 2 season 2 hosts from 2019 and 2020, Shauna and Salil, are interviewed by our current season 6 hosts, John and Roshann. We also have a senior reaction video occurring. We're going to release that very soon, where Lauren and Rhys look back at one of their podcast episodes from 2020 and break it down a bit, see what was true and what didn't pan out to be true, what was really a big deal with stress and what isn't that big of a deal, all as it pertains to social media. Look for that to be released real soon. And thanks as always for following our journey as we conclude this school year, the 2023-2024 school year, and season 6 of the Life is the Future podcast. As always, thanks for tuning in.